Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to add Facebook leads to WebinarKit and send WhatsApp message. So here I am running a Facebook lead ad for my webinar, and in this case I want whenever a new lead is received in my Facebook lead ad, automatically using that detail a new registrant should be created in my WebinarKit account, and after creating a new registrant automatically a WhatsApp message should be sent to that lead. So here to build this connection, I'm going to use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect works on two principles, that are trigger and action. So here our trigger application will be Facebook lead ads, and our action application will be WebinarKit and WhatsApp Cloud API. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So here you can see the Facebook page of my telecom company named as Modern Telecom, and as I have already told you that I am conducting a webinar on telecom. So here to promote my webinar I am running some Facebook lead ad. So in this case I want whenever a new lead is received in my Facebook lead ad, automatically using that detail a new registrant should be created under my webinar, and after creating that registrant automatically a successful registration WhatsApp message should be sent to that lead. So here to build this connection, I need to connect my Facebook lead ads with WebinarKit and my WhatsApp Cloud API. And here to build this connection, I'm going to use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect. You can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options, that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now here after signing in, you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow. So for that, I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button that is given on the top right corner. Now here in this Create Workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as Add Facebook Leads to WebinarKit and Send WhatsApp Message. And now I'm going to select my folder as Automations. You can select your folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this Create button. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow with the name Add Facebook Leads to WebinarKit and Send WhatsApp Message. And here you can see two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Facebook lead ads and my trigger event as new lead instant, so that whenever a new lead is received in our Facebook lead ads, instantly Pabbly Connect should capture the response. And now to connect my Facebook lead ads with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Facebook lead ads account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Facebook lead ads. Here I'm going to select my Facebook account and authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and now here it is asking me to select my page. So as I have already shown you that I have created my Facebook page with the name Modern Telecom. So moving back to Pabbly window, and here I'm going to search for my page which is named as Modern Telecom. Here I'm going to select my page. And after selecting my page, here it is asking me to select the lead gen form. So here for lead gen form, let me take you to my Meta Business Suite. And here under lead ads form, you can see all the lead ads form which I've created for my use. You can create your own lead ad form as per your need. So now here in this case, I'm going to use this lead ad form named as registration form. So moving back to Pabbly window, and here I'm going to select my lead gen form as registration form. Now after selecting this page and lead gen form, moving forward, and now I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to generate a test lead in our Facebook lead ad. So for that, let me take you to Meta for Developers. So this is the homepage of Meta for Developers, and from here I'm going to click on this More, and from here I'm going to select Tools. Now under Developer Tools, I'm going to select LeadAds R2 Debug Tool. And here under LeadAds Testing Tool, it is asking me to select the page and my form. So here I'm going to select my page, which is named as Modern Telecom. And after selecting my page, here I'm going to select my form as Registration Form. And now to generate a new lead, I'm going to click on this preview form. And now here I'm going to enter a dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as dummy, email as dummy@pabblytudes.com, last name as user, and a random phone number. And now here after entering all these details, here I'm going to click on this continue and then submit. And here you can see it says your test lead has been sent. So now let's go and check our Pabbly window. And here you can see we have successfully received a response here where we have received the first name, email, last name, phone number and other details. So with this we have successfully set up our trigger. Now let's move to our action step. And here I'm going to select my action application as WebinarKit. And now I'm going to select my action event as new webinar registration so that whenever a new lead is received in our Facebook lead ads, automatically using that detail, a new registration should be made in our webinar. And now to connect my WebinarKit with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your WebinarKit account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking for a token. So here following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my WebinarKit account. And from here I'm going to click on my profile and from here I'm going to select settings. Now under settings, scrolling little down. And here you can see we have received the API access option. So from here we are going to copy this API key, moving back to Pabbly window, and here I'm going to enter the API key. So now here after entering this API key, I'm going to click on the save. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward. And now here it is asking me to select the webinar ID. So basically here I need to select the webinar in which I want to create the new registrants. So for that, let me take you back to my WebinarKit account. And here under WebinarKit, you can see all the webinars which I have created for my use. So here in this case, we are going to use a webinar which is named as Telecom Webinar. So here I want new registrants should be created under Telecom Webinar. So now moving back to Pabbly window. And here I'm going to select my webinar ID as Telecom Webinar. So now here after selecting my webinar ID, moving forward, and now here it is asking me to enter the email address, first name, last name and other details. So here instead of entering these details manually, here I will map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I will map the data from the response I have received in my Facebook lead ads. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever a new lead is received in our Facebook lead ads, automatically this previously existing details will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the email address. Here I'm going to map the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name. Here this country code is not a required field, so here I'm going to leave it blank. Here I'm going to map the phone number. Moving forward, again these custom fields are not a required field, so here I'm going to leave them blank. But if you want to add any other detail, then you can do it as per your need. So moving forward. And now here it is asking for webinar presentation date. So here in the instruction it says enter the date in this format. Make sure it is in the ISO 8601 format, example 2025-06-22 and a time. So what we are going to do is here we are going to copy this format. And now for our webinar presentation date, let me take you back to my webinar. Here we are going to select our webinar and from here I'm going to click on this edit webinar. Scrolling little down. And here you can see the option for schedule webinar dates. So what here I'm going to do is that here I'm going to add a schedule date for my webinar by clicking on this add button. Here I'm going to select the type as specific. And now I'm going to select the date. So here I'm going to select our today's date only. So here I'm going to select 18 June and the time as 1 p.m. And here for the time zone, I'm going to select the time zone as Asia, Kolkata. So now here I'm done entering all the webinar details and now I'm going to click on this add webinar date. So here you can see we have successfully scheduled the webinar dates. So here you can see the date and the time. So now moving back to Pabbly window. And here we are going to enter the date similar to the date we have scheduled for the webinar. So here I'm going to edit it 24/06 and the date is 18. Now I'm going to edit the time. So here for the time I'm going to enter the 02 and then so now here I've entered the correct webinar presentation date. So moving forward, again this full date is not a required field, so here I'm going to leave it blank. And now after entering all the required data, here I'm going to click on this save and send test request. And here you can see we have received the status as OK. That means we have successfully created a registrant under our webinar. So to check that, let me take you back to my webinar. Here we are going to move back to our home page. Moving forward, here I'm going to select my webinar and from here I'm going to click on this view analytics. Here under analytics, scrolling little down, and here you can see we have successfully created a registrant with the email address as dummy@pabblytudes.com, first name as dummy, last name as user and a random phone number. So with this we have successfully set up our action step. Now let's move to another action step by clicking on this add action step button. And now here I'm going to select my action application as WhatsApp Cloud API. And my action event is send template message, so that after creating a new registrant in my WebinarKit, automatically a WhatsApp message should be sent to that lead. And now to connect my WhatsApp Cloud API with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your WhatsApp Cloud API account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking for token, phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID. So here to get all these details, you need to set up your WhatsApp Cloud API account. So here I've already set up my WhatsApp Cloud API account in Meta for developers. And here you can see we have received temporary access token, phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID. So here you can see we have received a temporary access token. That means this token will expire in 23 hours. So here to get a permanent access token, you need to set up your WhatsApp Cloud API account. And to learn how to do that, you can check out the video on our YouTube channel. And now here to connect my WhatsApp Cloud API account with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to copy all these details and paste in my Pabbly window. And now here after entering all these details, here I'm going to click on this save. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and now here it is asking me to select the template name. So for that, let me take you back to my WhatsApp Cloud API setup. Now here in step 2, you can see it says to create your own message template, click here. So here under manage templates, you can see all the message templates which I have created for my use. If you want to learn how to create your own message template, then you can check out the video on our YouTube channel. And now here I'm going to select my desired template, which is named as successful registration. So here you can see the message which I have drafted which says, hello, thank you for submitting the form. You are now successfully registered for our latest telecom trends webinar, regards modern telecom. So here you can see I have used a variable in the place of name. That is because here I want whenever a new lead is received in my Facebook lead ad, automatically this previously existing lead name should be updated with the new one. Variables makes our text dynamic. You can add multiple variables in your draft. So now moving back to Pabbly window. And here I'm going to select my template name as successful registration. And after selecting this template name, automatically this language code and selected template ID will be updated. And now here it is asking for recipient mobile number. So here I need to enter the number to whom I want to send a WhatsApp message. So again here I'm going to map the lead phone number. Moving forward, and now here it is asking for body field 1. That means here I need to map the value for my variable. So as I have already told you that I have used a variable in the place of name. So here I'm going to map the lead's name, first name. And now after adding all the details successfully, here I'm going to replace this recipient mobile number with my original WhatsApp number so that I can receive a WhatsApp message. So here I've successfully added my WhatsApp number and now I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the message status as accepted. So now let's go and check our WhatsApp. And here you can see we have successfully received a new message which says, hello dummy, thank you for submitting the form. You are now successfully registered for our latest telecom trends webinar, regards modern telecom. So here you can see we have received the same message template. So with this we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to generate a new test lead in our Facebook lead ads. And for that, let me take you back to lead ads testing tool. Now here under lead as testing tool, I need to delete my previous lead in order to create a new one, because it says you can create one lead per form. You will need to delete an existing lead in order to create a new one. So here to delete my previous lead, I'm going to click on this delete lead button. And then I'm going to refresh my window, and that's a necessary step. Now here under lead ads testing tool, I'm going to select my page again and my form, that is registration form. And now to generate a new lead, I'm going to click on this preview form. So again here I'm going to enter dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as test, email as test@pabblytudes.com, last name as user, and my original phone number so that I can receive a WhatsApp message. Now here after entering all these details, here I'm going to click on this continue and then submit. And here you can see it says your test lead has been sent. So now let's go and check our WebinarKit account first. Here I'm going to refresh this window. And here you can see we have successfully created a new registrant with the email as test@pabblytudes.com, first name as test, last name as user, and my phone number. And now after creating a successful registrant, let's go and check our WhatsApp. And here you can see we have successfully received a new WhatsApp message which says, "Hello test, thank you for submitting the form. You are now successfully registered for our latest telecom trends webinar. Regards, Modern Telecom." So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as Facebook lead ads and our actions as WebinarKit and WhatsApp Cloud API. So that whenever a new lead is received in our Facebook lead ads, automatically using that detail, a new registrant should be created under our webinar. And after creating a new registrant, automatically a WhatsApp message should be sent to that lead. If you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.